Hello everybody, welcome to episode 9 of the Eyes Test, the Rayo Vallecano save to round out FM23. All we've got to do is believe. That's right, all we have to do is believe. We have had somewhat of a renaissance towards the back end of the season, and for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you'll see one of the scalps we managed to take along the way. We've actually picked up some very, very good results, a couple of back-to-back results as well. I really feel like that postponed game against Real Madrid saved our job, to be completely honest with you. I think if we had played them and lost at the time, I probably would have been sacked then. And it's just as well, you guys left off, we played this Valencia game. I didn't think we deserved to lose on the day. So rather than panicking and changing it up again, which I think is very easy to do when you're in a really poor run of form, I'm probably one of a few people who actually say I've been sacked on Football Manager a fair few times, to be honest, because I don't just like plugging and playing. I like trying to find my own way. But I quite liked how we played against Valencia. I didn't think we deserved to lose, and I stuck to my guns, and we went and we beat Mallorca 1-0 in the next game. Jota picking up the assist, Gustavo Puerta picking up the goal. Then we went to Almeria. Same again, a lot of good performances, like Salah played well, Jota played well, Zobnan played well, Van Hecker and Bellis played well, but just couldn't get it over the line. And again, I liked what we were doing. I just kept going, and I'm so glad we did, because then we played Girona and we absolutely smashed them 6-0. In fact, if you look between this game and the Getafe game, we scored 14 goals and conceded 4 in the month of March, which I think is just a testament to that the tactic does work. It does definitely work. I feel like we've been found out a little bit here, but the opposition has been a little bit harder. But if you look, we beat Girona 6-0, lost 3-1 to Villarreal, which again I feel like was really unlucky. We went 2-0 down, we got back into it, and then it was a 98th minute goal as we were pushing to get the equaliser, so that's fine. And then this was the biggest scalp of all. Real Madrid came to the Estadio de Vallecas, and we picked up a 2-0 victory, and the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed Mustafa Gueye played in goal for those games because Danny Cardenas picked up an injury. He's actually played in a fair few games, to be honest with you now. He's played in 4, made 4 starts, conceded 7, 1 clean sheet. The game against Real Madrid, again, I asked for this last time. I feel like it's a feature that needs to come into Football Manager. I wish I could just see like a clip show of their moments from the game, because he made an unbelievable save from a point-blank header from Militao. I actually really like, again, thinking about the Eyes Test, I actually like the way he plays in game. His technique's very, very, very good. It does say 6, but he does like the Pepe Reina, like full-on side kick and launches it, and he's so accurate with his kicking. He's going to be an absolutely fantastic player long run. He's played 4 games for us, a 6.7 average rating for a 16-year-old with not great attributes. I think it just proves he's done well. Then an even bigger result, in my opinion, 2 back-to-back. We beat relegation rivals Celta Vigo 2-0. It was an own goal, which was forced by a cross from Jota and Jan-Paul Van Heck getting on the score sheet. We then played rivals Getafe. We beat them 4-1 very convincingly. Gustavo Puerta, Jorge Frutos, Jota and Luka Morro with the goals. Similarly again, Real Sociedad, I feel like we played better than it looked. John Pacheco getting a goal against his former team. Atletico, another 1-1 draw. Yakubu with a header before João Felix equalised off a free kick. A 0-0 draw with Valladolid was a bit of an issue. And then, just these are my bogey team. You always have one, FM. Betis, we went 1-0 up. Gustavo Puerta, he's popped up a lot recently. I think he's fantastic. We have got the option to buy him for 2.7 million. I absolutely will be exercising that. I think he's a tremendous little player, and I think he proves that the Eyes Test does work, because there's a lot of attributes we do like. Obviously, his jumping reach isn't great. If we could find a centre mid with a better jumping reach, I'd think, okay, fine, but we do have full Rocinio, and he's not as good. So I think we'll definitely be doing that. But believe. We are playing against Elche and Tenerife back-to-back. They are 2 relegation rivals in La Liga for us this season. We are currently sat on 13th with 37 points. We have Tenerife on 17th and 32. But first up, Elche, who are in 18th on 31. Celta Vigo just behind them. This is a vital game. So Lay of the land, Celta are playing Valencia at home, and that's the only other game we really need to worry about. Granada shouldn't pick up a result against Atletico, but we'll see. The under-19s just keep getting better and better and better. This is a very good group of players coming through, the likes of like Ivan, Alberdi, Hugo Uranga. Hugo Uranga actually finished third on the next gen, which I think just shows he has come on leaps and bounds. He's obviously been in and around the first team this season, and I didn't show it before, but he did actually manage to score a goal for us in a one. Mate, he's going to be a special player, as is Mario Mori. He came in the youth intake last season. I thought I wanted him as like a Mezzala. He's actually playing a lot as an inverted winger and doing fairly well. He's played a few times for us in that position, scored 1 goal, got a couple of assists. He's a good little player. So, interestingly, Granada drew 0-0 with Atletico Madrid. Celta Vigo got an absolute spanking from Valencia, which leaves us in 14th. We can get in the ascendancy with a win here. I think 1 win keeps us safe. So here's how we line up then. As you can see, no changes other than what we did mention at the end of the last video. Zobdan is now a defensive midfielder on defend. The winger on support, we've changed a couple of tactical instructions. Yakubu is playing as a target forward. Opposition instruction-wise, if a player has got like a lot of yellow or red cards, like Pedro Bigas has, I tend to tackle them harder. I try and wind them up. Nedliaktov has got the most assists, so what we'll do is we will trigger pressing on him. Again, Raul Guti, Roger Marti, we will show him onto his weaker foot, as we will do with Martin and Unai Lopez, but we will actually trigger the press on Unai Lopez, because he is a good player. He was with us last season. Here we go. Elche away. Interestingly enough, Michael Beale's their manager. Former Liverpool reserve manager, Rangers manager, QPR manager. Quite a strange one from the game, but we do see these mad managerial appointments. Just on that, just as he gets fouled, Goncalo Estevez is actually been playing really, really well as a right winger. He has been training there, and he did play there for Portugal under 23s as well. Nice football from the off here. De Frutos cuts in. De Frutos, can you pass it? No. Tell you what, Elche are knocking that about well, but Pacheco's there. They're changing water ball. Go on, Jota. Oh. Changing like my 2 centre backs into full backs has been, I think, the making of this tactic, because someone like Estevez or Jackson stepped up. Easy save for Cardenas. I think someone like we took it out for the corner, the clown. Yeah, so someone like Estevez, who is a fantastic right back on his own. He was getting caught out an awful lot, and I think it was just physically crosses to the back post. It's just allowed us to be a bit more rigid at the back. Although they do go forward, Hartwell Bellis isn't as attacking as fucking hell ref as Pacheco is, but it just allows us to be a bit more solid at the back. Can we take advantage? Puerta looking for Van Hecker. It's headed away. And Elche are really, really looking to counter-attack us, aren't they? But it's one back by De Frutos. Goncalo Estevez. They're really coming for us, and they're really high. So I'm actually going to change Aziz Yakubu to a pressing... No, an advance forward. Let's change into an advance forward. But it's something we need to keep an eye on, because we've only really had the one shot, and it was the one that you saw from Goncalo Estevez. Kraft to Unai Lopez. Look, a loss here is bad. I don't think it's necessarily game over. I think the Tenerife just 1 win from the next 4, I think, keeps us safe. The midfield's getting overrun. Their midfield 3 are controlling the game. Our midfield 3 are passing us by a little bit. Highlights thick and fast, as Puertas doesn't win that, but Zobdan does. Trying to chip it forward. Jackson will always win them. Zobdan. Pacheco to De Frutos. Looking through for Jota. Again, it's that ball. We've tried that ball twice. And Jota's just not got... I don't know. He's got the ball now, though. Here's Goncalo Estevez. Gustavo Puerta, 21 years of age, 5 or 6 jumping reach, I think I've shown you before. What a player. I thought Jota was going to ping that through. He went wide, and Estevez, look at this delivery. Bang. I think Estevez as a right midfielder is definitely the way to go. So oh, Jota's in. Squared it. I think he's off. I think he was just ahead. Yeah, it's the right decision, and that would have been superb. Yeah, the pair of them were. They were both ahead. Do you know what? It's actually tighter than it looks. Listen, I think they're really coming for us, but we are regaining control from the looks of it now, possession-wise. You know, we're making some good chances. We're passing the ball a bit more. I think they've just come out to high press us. I'm not enamoured with how Yakubu's dealt with it, so I might bring Morrow on second half, which is what we have been doing. Is Morrow tends to come on off the bench. Here is Yakubu. Yeah, crap again, Yakubu. Frutos to Pacheco. Jackson. Pacheco. That's a great run and a great ball. If the Frutos can do something with it, he can. It's Puerta again. It's cleared. Oh, Puerta. More highlights from us now as Yakubu looks to run through. Yakubu goes back to... Oh no, he doesn't. He whips it into Jota. It's a free goal, mate. He's headed at the one place he shouldn't have. Jota now. Look at the space for Estevez. Go on, Goncalo. Ball in. Yakubu wins his header. He must have heard me, Yakubu, because he's definitely stepped it up. I might give him to like the 55th or 60th minute. Another highlight. As they look to counter again with Andres. Now Unai Lopez. Andres, Guti. They've put it in the net, but he's offside. I'd like to think Cardenas knew that. That's why he left it. Fucking hell. Should be the last highlight of the half. Guti tries to play it in. Jackson stupidly heads it. Should have just left it. Oh no. Emil Croft. They are pushing. They really are pushing for an equaliser. Headed away. And that'll be the end of the half. So second half kicking off, we haven't actually changed anything because they are performing well as a unit, as a team. I have changed a couple of instructions. We're going to be tightly marking the striker because he looks to be playing for the 1-2s. We're tightly marking Unai Lopez. If it gets near him, we're pressing Dunjak a bit more. And I've told Aziz Yakubu to press both centre-backs because I feel like they're prone to a mistake. And because they've performed so badly all season, go on, Taylor. Oh, he's got to win that. That's better. That's what we're doing the tight marking for. But Zobnin has been absolutely hounded by 3. And Elche have scored. I think he's off. I hope he's off. Oh, for fuck's sake. So Zobnin lost the ball. There was a ball on. He didn't play it quick enough. And then Unai Lopez just slips in. Roger. Estevez. Harwood Bellis, who has had a bad game from his standards. Here's Zobnin. Jota. Excuse me. Finds Pacheco. Kubi should be scoring. He's big. He should be scoring. I really don't like how Van Heck has been playing in this match, so I'm going to change him just to a normal centre-back. I think that's because we're telling him to take a few risks. Harwood Bellis is hovering around a fairly decent performance, but nothing special. We are reaching the 60th minute mark as well, so we will make a couple of changes. I'm going to bring Morrow on for Yakubu. Frutos is a bit tired. Jota's a bit knackered. I'm going to bring Salah on for the Frutos, and I'm going to keep Jota out there for now. Opposition instruction-wise, I think Taylor Harwood-Bellis is having a hard time dealing with Nedliakov, so I'm going to tell him to tackle him hard. I'm not going to bother about the weaker foot. I just need him to hit him as he gets forward, because there was a chance earlier where he could have gone through him and he just decided not to. And we are just changing Morrow up to a complete forward just so he can hold the ball up a little bit. He can try and bring Jota and Puerta into play. And we need to get a grip of this, really. They're playing very, very, very fast, free-flowing football. And they've got another chance. How can we counter this? I'm going to tell them to step up a little bit more. No, I'm not. I'm going to drop it to a mid-block, because high pressing their centre-backs hasn't worked. And I feel like they're getting a lot of space in midfield, so we're going to try that. Morrow, just wide. The game's winding down, and in other circumstances, I think I'd go attacking. But a point isn't the end of the world, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not going to change it. Oh, like, they've come in with a clear game plan. It's worked. It's worked. They were very good on the ball. Very, very quick play. Pressing us high. He's going to twat us over the bar, isn't he? Yeah, that is shocking, as always. I'll take it. I will take it. If I was a bit further down the table with less points, I'd be a bit concerned with this, but I think a point puts us on 38. I think it puts us level with Granada, who drew with Atletico. We then have the opportunity to play Tenerife, and if we can get a result against Tenerife, we should be okay. So, Celta Vigo, who are also on 32 points, have drawn with Almeria, who are pushing for Europe. I think that leaves it wide open for us once again. If we can win, again, I think a draw probably sees us safe. But obviously a win will put us up to 40 points. That's the aim. So Rui Agas thinks we should go attacking for this match. I'm not going to. They are really out of sorts at the minute. Morey's picked up an injury, which is an issue because he's basically the guy who comes off the bench onto the left wing. I'm going to drop Guay as well. I think we need some attacking players. We're going to put Galindo on there. I'm going to keep the same 11 that started. I'm going to keep Yakubu as the target forward. But as they play 4-4-2, I think, maybe famous last words, but it's quite a standard. You mark the two strikers. You show the two wingers onto their weak foot. And the more creative of the two, which I believe is, Correa, you trigger the press, you tackle him harder, and you show him onto his weaker foot as well. Obviously, they had a bonus of Sergio Camelo playing for Tenerife. But you may notice, again, eagle-eyed amongst you, that Baldini is not on the bench. That is because we recalled him. We recalled him because he had scored 11 goals for them, and he was a direct relegation rival. So we recalled him, and we've shipped him out. He's going to Galatasaray for 1.8 million in the summer. Right then, a home tie against a relegation rival with no wins and 5 for us. We've got 3 draws and 2 losses. A win sees us safe. I'm confident that a win sees us safe. As the start of the game is a long ball into Cardenas. Deep free kick from Puerta, headed over the bar by Van Hecke. Again, big men, a lot of big, tall players on our team. We do try and take advantage of that as much as we can. I'm really interested to see how they play. It looks like their right back, the number 22, is pushing very, very, very high up the pitch. So about 15 minutes gone, and it doesn't seem to be working. It's very even. We've got a lot of possession. I don't want to take us out to positive because I don't want us to go too gung-ho because I feel like they're just going to counter us. Midfield seems fairly even at the moment, but there's not actually been a lot of highlights, so I can't really see who's not performing. Apart from Aziz, you won't be able to see him. He's under me. Yakubu is not doing well. De Frutos and him both on 6.5s as they look to be playing long ball, which is fine by me because we've got 2 big centre halves. Here's Puerta. Can he slip a ball in? He's found Zobnin over the top of De Frutos. What a finish! Please don't be offside. Please. Get in! A fantastic goal Real quality. It shows that we can play some football as well. Look at this. Puerta into Roman Zobnin. First time over the top. And a Frutos absolutely hammers it near post. 1-0. Got a highlight towards the end of the half. Here's the Frutos. Skinning his man. Went for goal. There is 3 people in the middle, my friend. We've got a set piece. We are quite good aerially, once again. And here's Roman Zobnin to deliver. Jackson's up. It's cleared away. And again. So half-time, it looks as though Yakubu doesn't like the pressing intensity. We are playing well. They're playing really well. Heat map-wise, we've had a lot of the ball across the back. They're sitting very deep. Passing network-wise, there's not really an awful lot. Like, they're playing it to their fullbacks and the wingers as we thought they would do, but we're tight marking them, so it's fine. So the only change is Luka Morrow coming on for Aziz Yakubu. Morrow has come on as a complete forward. We're just going to get him to hold the ball up a little bit more, try and create a little something. I think what's happening is they've got the bank of 4 there, and Yakubu or Morrow are basically just in that hole. So we need someone who's a bit more creative. Yakubu's a bit more of a physical force. As they look long again, and it's straight into Cardenas' hands. Looking for Morrow, can't find him. Win that header. Yes, Jackson. Zobnin, nice. Jackson, Perozzo. Zobnin, Jota. Estevez, slip it through. Oh, he's cut back in. Zobnin's found Morrow. Morrow found Puerta! I think he might have been off. I really think he might have been off. Oh, yeah, he was. But again, I did mention we were looking at Morrow holding, and that's what he did. He dropped into that space that allowed Puerta, Jota, and the Frutos to get in there. That's exactly why we brought Morrow on, because he can do that, whereas Aziz Yakubu can't. I think that's how we counter basically this block of 4. It is Morrow dropping in and then letting the 2 centre mids run on. Here's a corner from Puerta. Looking for Van Hecker off the post, and Harvey Bellis. He's got to be off, and he was marking the keeper. He's going to be off. He's going to be off, surely. Yeah, he was marking the keeper, so he's basically stood on his man. Another set piece. Pacheco's throw. Zobnin, Puerta on the turn. Zobnin, he's going to hit one, isn't he? Roman Zobnin! Get in! The captain. With a captain's goal. The number 8. Look at this. Nice one too. Puerta again involved in everything we do. Roman Zobnin batters one in. And that is exactly what we needed. That being said though, Goncalo Estevez is only sort of performing okay. So we will bring him off. Linton Mann, it doesn't look like he fancies it. No, we're going to keep him out there. Jota's on a booking, that's fine. Puerta's playing very well. I'm actually going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Now, I'm not going to keep it because he's going to get himself booked now, Goncalo Estevez. So, the change I'm going to make is going to be... De Frutos is going to go over to the right-hand side for Estevez. Inverted winger on this side is going to be... Ibrahim Salah. And everything else looks okay. I might bring Jota... Yeah, I'm going to bring Jota off and bring Uranga on just to see out the last sort of half hour. More highlights. More highlights. Zobnin. Uranga. Morrow. Over the top for Puerta, who's into the penalty area. Oh, saved by Juan Soriano. Ruben with the deep free kick for Elche. Tenerife headed away. A chance of a shot, maybe. Cardenas holds. Safe. And that's their only real highlight after the goal, to be honest. We're doing a very good job of seeing the game out. Pacheco's going to take the throw into Jackson. He's been a terrific signing, Jackson. Van Hecken, that is shocking. Oh, they've made subs and I've not noticed. So here's a trick for you. I say a trick. I'm assuming a lot of people know this. You click on the opposition tab and then click on picked again. It basically reshuffles it. It takes off the ones who have come off, and there's the ones who come on. They've changed everyone. So similarly again, we're literally type mark. I see Sergio Camelo's doing exactly what he does as always, and that is nothing. Type mark them. We're going to show both wingers onto their weaker foot. We're going to tackle him harder. And Sergio Gonzalez, what is he? What does he look like? A ball winner? So they want Bodger and Badger is now going to be... Ah, that's fine. They're just going to try and run us through, but we're physically better than them, so that's fine. Deep free kick from Uranga is headed away. Trying to win it back. They've lumped it long. Zobnin. Pacheco. Harwood Bellis to Van Hecke. Pacheco. Jackson. Van Hecke. Bringing us forward again. Harwood Bellis to Uranga. Out wide to De Frutos. De Frutos back to Harwood Bellis. Through for Uranga. It's intercepted. And here's Juan Soriano looking long. Harwood Bellis should win that and does. Zobnin doesn't. Harwood Bellis, good tackle. Alan squares it and Tenerife have one back. Oh. The fullback got involved in play. We need to make sure that doesn't happen. And Alan rinsed us there, didn't he? Fucking hell. It's their left mid. I'm going to try and tight mark them as well in the hopes that Salah and De Frutos sort of drop back in. Don't like that there's highlights now. I liked it when there was none. Uranga back to De Frutos. Here's Harwood Bellis. There's a ball down the line for Uranga. He uses him. Hugo Uranga pulls it back. Harwood Bellis swings in across. Salah's in there. Big boy! Ibrahim Salah restores the 2-goal parity. Parity? That means we're level. Ibrahim Salah. This is why we go for big, meaty men. Ibrahim Salah's 6'3" winger. Look at this. Uranga involved with everything. Harwood Bellis whips it, and there's a great header by Salah. Tall wingers is a good thing on FM because they'll pin themselves against the fullback, and I mean you've just seen it there. It's exactly what he's done. Harwood Bellis to Frutos. I feel like that goal's just knocked the stuffing out of Tenerife a bit. Salah goes for that again to Frutos into Morrow. We do have a couple of subs left, I think. I think we'll bring Pacheco off for Valenti. And we'll bring De Frutos off for no one, apparently. I'm going to give Brandon Thomas Asante a run out. He did play a game earlier on in the season. He actually did manage to get an assist. He's just quick. He just comes on and he runs. That's pretty much all he comes on for. See, heat map wise, we have controlled this game. Completely controlled this game. Valenti into Roman Zobnin. Looking wide for Brandon Thomas Asante. Good ball in. Cleared away. Huerta wins a corner, and that will only increase our chances of seeing the game out. See their heat map now, they're just like a circle. Uranga, good tackle. Asante, Uranga in again. Go on, son. Let's give it away. Hugo Uranga actually, with him winning that next gen, I sought to keeping him tied down. So he is on a new bumper contract. He's on about $5,000 a week, but he does have an £80 million release clause within that. We need to tie down our better players. The fact he finished third on the next gen meant he had a couple of teams sniffing around him. Look, if you want him, you've just got to pay for him. That's the situation we're in as a club. But financially, it's looking better. We look like we're about to stay in the division with this win. It's looking up. Again, it's happened a few times. There's a pattern, isn't it? Hope, despair, and then whatever happens, happens. And with that, I think we just need to wait for the confirmation, but I believe we are mathematically safe. 41 points. There's 2 games left of the season. Our goal difference is -24. Fucking hell. And there you have it. There is your confirmation. A bonus has been paid out to the team for avoiding relegation from La Liga. A long slog, but progress nonetheless. I think if you look at the league table from last season, we finished in 14th. This season, it looks like we're going to be finishing around 11th. So there is progress. Points-wise, we're actually a lot worse off. So it just says the league's probably not been as good this year. But progress nonetheless. More progress to come. I have already secured a big pre-contract signing. Probably the highest profile player to ever play for Rayo Vallecano. I'm not going to reveal that. He will be on the thumbnail for the next episode. But with that, thank you all very much for your continued support once again. I have been Matt, and please follow me along for season 3 of the Eyes Test.